Well, let's do a time hack. We started at 8:30 this morning, and it's not quite 10 o'clock. All right. We've got the oil tank mounted, all new mount rubbers, and the modification to the bottom. I'll show you a close-up on that since there's nothing in the way. It's kind of cool. And you can see it right in there. It's actually sitting on the pedestal on the bottom of the tank on the rubber to support it. The bolt goes up with the cushion through the hole, and I put it up in there snug tight with Loctite, so it's not going to fall out. So the tank is supported on the rubber, supported by these rubbers, and tight as a drum. That's terrible focus, sorry, and quite substantially mounted. That's very nice. Okay, so we've got a nice clean tank, firmly mounted. Now, these new, the client bought these, and they're very nice. These are much better than the originals. If you notice, the nut on the end is much wider, much thicker. This hex nut right here is much thicker than the ones that came stock, and you can actually get a wrench on it. So what I did was I took it over to the wire wheel, and I wire wheeled off the rubber off of those hex nuts so I could actually get a wrench on them. And with a wrench on them, then you can use nylon lock nuts on them, and it won't turn and it won't rip. So take the rubber off the hex nuts with the wire wheel, use a 5/8 wrench here, 7/16 inch wrench here, and you get a good solid installation. So anyway, we have the oil tank mounted and the battery box mounted. Oh, this is kind of cool. This is actually a very clever idea. Somebody split the big C-clamp, it's 2 pieces, and riveted it to the bottom of the box. And that ain't a bad idea. I sort of like that. It's very clever. So we're ready to basically continue putting the rear end together. The machinist came by and picked up the front motor mount, and he's going to modify it and bring it back. And we're making progress. All right, we've made a bit of progress. I went ahead and mounted the new oil filter and put a clamp on it. I don't think it had a clamp on it. Anyway, it's got a clamp on it now. And so that's mounted. We put a fresh oil filter in there because we're putting fresh oil in the tank, fresh oil in the bike, and there's no reason to not change to the oil filter. So we got a nice new oil filter down there. Let's see, up here, over here. Spark coils, let's talk about them for a second. These are 6-volt Norton spark coils, original. See the damage done to the coils? That's done by these clamps. These clamps were designed wrong. They're way too tight, and when you tighten them down, they damage the case. Now the good news is these aren't damaged internally, I don't think. But you see how that clamps down and deforms the case? That's bad. I mean, you shouldn't do that because there's a coil of wire in here, huge long coil of wire. So what you do when you put them back on, or when you put on a fresh set, is you put 2 spacer washers in here. Kevin, can you hold this for a second? I'm going to show him how to. Thank you. Okay, when you go to mount them, each nut should have a washer on the nut. Why do I say nut? This is a bolt. On the bolt, put it through here, put 2 washers in between, and then go ahead and put it on the bike. That'll give us a gap right there, and it'll still hold the coil just fine, thank you very much, but it won't damage the case. So it won't damage these cases any further, and if you're putting on new coils, it won't damage them at all. Triumph's BSAs don't seem to have the same problem. This is Norton only. So put spacers in here and before you mount the coils. Okay? Thank you. Well, okay, it's 2:20 right now. We started at 8:30 this morning. Kevin went home about 2 o'clock or so. I'm still out here just futzing around. The bike, we made a lot of progress. Then we hit a stumbling block. But basically, all the Z plates are back on, fender's back on, Z-plates over here. Got all the wires strapped down up here, put back on the coils, so we don't have to worry about that. The oil lines are back on, and this convenience outlet is back on. We got this cleaned and put back on. All the oil lines on. We're to the point where we're getting ready to put the rear wheel on, and we ran into a problem. These holes in the Norton hold rubber bumpers to absorb the shock of acceleration and deceleration so that it doesn't shatter the driveline. You have to have shock absorbers either in the rear wheel or in the hub of the clutch or on the crankshaft. Somewhere there has to be a shock absorber. BSA's put it up here on the crankshaft, Triumph's put it inside the clutch assembly, Norton's put it in the rear wheel. Anyway, so I got all this done, all the wiring back in place. This is wrong, I'm going to fix it. So we made a lot of progress. The bike is coming back together as soon as we solve this problem. Like I say, these shock absorbers are there, and when we went to put the wheel on, well, we looked at them, and these are the ones that came out of the wheel. These are 3 shock absorbers. That's one, like that. That's, I don't know, I don't think so. I think that's part of it. This is another like this. As you can see, they're crystallized and literally fell apart. And this is all that's left of the small ones. They have 3 large and 3 small. So that's pretty, they're gone. Now, the good news is our good buddy Roger had a brand new set in stock. These are the 3 large ones, and these are the 3 small ones. The large ones absorb the impact of acceleration, and the small ones absorb the impact of deceleration, I think. So anyway, I'll have to double check on that. These are the parts that are left to be put on the bike other than the rear wheel. So we're getting down to it. The machinist came by and picked up the front motor mount and is modifying it, cutting it down to both sides equal, and we will try to install the new front isolastic when we get that back. Gosh, I guess that's about it. I'm done for the day. I'm tired. I'm going to call it a day. And Kevin's gone home. And that's where we are. We're making progress. And it's a big job. And what can we say? We'll pick up on this tomorrow.